I'm Gloria Strode and welcome to Straightforward. Today I have my awesome friend, Uma Alapan from Emory University.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me back on the show.
Oh my goodness, the last time you were here to visit, you were a high school student.
Yes. Yep.
And you were doing, you were the Scholar Athlete of the Week for NBC 38, and then you were doing research.
Yes.
For...
So I was doing research with the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. I had just completed my internship, I believe, at that time, and I was talking about my experience with them. So shortly afterwards, I actually published that abstract in the American Society of Nephrology journal, and then I continued with some more research.
And that was about soft drinks and the impact that it had on your teeth, your body, your bones, because we actually visited Lonnie Jackson Academy.
Yes.
And we talked to the kids in the classroom, and they were amazed. And
That was a great experience.
You were telling them you should really drink more water, not so many soft drinks.
Exactly.
Because it puts those little holes in your bones.
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly one of my goals, is still trying to outreach to the students and let them become more educated about phosphorus and its impacts on the body.
So you left Brookstone.
Yes.
And so where did we land after Brookstone?
So I actually went to Emory University. So I'm currently there now, second year student. I just completed my first semester, but it's been a great experience. Emory is a great campus, very diverse, and it supports all of my interests, like music, research, science endeavors, anything. Yep.
And so what's the major? Because we know your dad's a nephrologist. We know that your mom is a medical doctor as well. She's a pediatrician. So where is Uma in all of this?
Yes. So actually, probably not surprising, I am a biology major, Bachelor of Science in Bio. And then I am thinking about adding on a chemistry BA as well.
Wow.
And maybe I was considering being a biology music double major. So it's still
a double major at Emory? Really? Yep. And so after that, are we going to medical school? We're teaching, we're going to medical school.
Right, pre-med.
Pre-med. So what's going to be your field? Have we decided yet?
I actually, over the summer, I shadowed and volunteered at the Piedmont Columbus Regional over the summer, and I got experience with surgery floor, because that's where I volunteered, so I got to see a lot of awesome surgeries. And one of them, Dr. Prakash Thirupathy, he actually let me come see some of his surgeries related to hysterectomies and fertility. He's a fertility physician. So
you're looking at
very interested in that.
Caring for women?
Yes.
Maybe gynecology or something like that. I think it would be good for that because you have that good balance.
Right.
Yeah, you have that good balance. And we need good doctors, and you are a good listener.
Oh, thank you.
No, that's important because, I know the medical field gets very busy.
Right.
And sometimes the patient load is so great, and men, even in the real world, don't listen as closely as women. So that's my bias. But you're brilliant, and you're very patient and very kind. And so I think you would make an excellent
Thank you so much.
A doctor with working with women, because we want to talk.
Yeah,
we want to say what's going on with us. So what's this music thing? Of course, we know we have been trained since when with music and dance.
So I actually started singing with my father. He's a singer as well. So when I was really little, I started singing Hindi songs, Bollywood, Indian songs.
Right.
That's where I started. And then I started taking private lessons with my teacher, Ms. Alice K. McFarland at Brookstone, from middle school all the way till I graduated. So now at Emory, I'm trying to continue that chorus background and that kind of training in concert choir, which is Emory's. So we go to international trips abroad.
Really?
Yes. So there's actually one this
summer.
So this
is not just Atlanta?
No.
Oh my goodness. Really?
Yes. I'm really excited. There's a trip in Europe that we're going to over the summer, and we're going to be singing in all the famous cathedrals. So it'll be great.
All of the famous cathedrals.
Yes.
So I attended one of your recitals. One was at the school. That was music.
Yes.
And then we had one at the Springer, which was the dance.
Right.
So, but you have a degree in dance.
Right.
And so what is that degree?
The degree in dance is actually a bachelor in arts. It's kind of affiliated with the Indian University. So throughout when I was growing up, I learned dance, and I would have exams every year, and once you pass it, you move to the next year of dance, and afterwards you graduate and get your degree.
And so that was what that beautiful presentation.
Yes. Kathak Indian dance, yep.
Okay, what is it now?
Kathak.
Okay, Kathak
yes.
Indian dance. And who was a teacher? Because the costumes were beautiful, right. The other girls, I mean, it was just a magnificent performance.
Thank you so much. Maushmi Bandari, she's amazing, very talented, and she's been my dance teacher for as long as I can remember.
Okay,
so.
All right, and so the music teacher, when we went to your recital, the music recital at Brookstone.
Yes, that was Miss Alice K. McFarland.
Okay, so you were with her all the way through.
Right.
Okay, and the dance teacher, was she were you were with her consistently?
Yeah.
Okay, so you had those great mentors.
Yes, exactly.
So when you showed up in Emory from Columbus, you just took Emory by storm with all of those gifts and talents. Yeah.
Well, thank you. And I'm also involved with an a cappella group on campus as well. Emory Suri is our name.
Okay.
And so we're a Bollywood fusion a cappella group. We combine pop music with Indian style music, Bollywood, and that kind of thing. I actually started writing music for the group over the summer, so it's been great.
Oh my, you always amaze me. So now you are a writer for music.
It's been amazing because I've been singing this style of music with my father and growing up across the Columbus community. So it's really nice to combine both of those into one fusion a cappella.
So Suri is fusion of Bollywood
and like
pop culture.
Yeah.
And then so now you are mixing and writing and doing all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is simple.
And we're a nationally competitive group. We go and compete at Dallas, Texas sometimes, Iowa, places like that. And we actually recorded at a professional recording studio last year called Liquid Fifth Productions. It's in North Carolina. And so after we went there, we released 2 singles just recently. I believe it was in November on Spotify, Apple Music, so you can find us there.
How amazing. So we have this medical student that's a scholar, athlete, just the total package. Okay, so what we're going to do is go to the break to our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Okay, thank you.
We'll be right back after word from some of our sponsors. Straightforward is brought to you by Chalk by Quincy introduces Excellence Redefined, timepieces of the finest technology, luxury, and class with tons of style at chalklifestyle.com. Renal Associates, LLC, a team of physicians dedicated to excellent kidney care with 5 convenient locations to serve you. Stark Avenue, Columbus, Bradley Park Drive, Columbus, Lafayette Parkway, LaGrange, West Washington Street, Eufaula, and Spring Street in Warm Springs. Vanessa Jackson's District 3 Successful Scholars Program, supporting students in achieving academic excellence, outstanding citizenship, positive social and cultural growth, believing in success for kids. Dr. Shika Shaw Family Medicine, connecting your health to your future. Dr. Shaw prides herself in providing compassionate health care and establishing long-lasting relationships. Conveniently located at 2827 Warm Springs Road, Suite 3B. Call her today at 706-324-4177.
Walmart's reason for supporting Thurgood Marshall College Fund is simple. We like to win. And we have been given a lot of exposure to some incredible talent. And we also believe that it's a part of our responsibility to the community to give back. This is a great opportunity to do both. It's been a wonderful experience for us through the years. We've appreciated our partnership. We believe in return on investment, and we have definitely had a remarkable return.
History is important because it shows where you're coming from and where you're going. Type 2 diabetes is something that runs in my family, which means I'm at risk. In fact, 1 in 3 American adults are at risk for developing type 2 diabetes. And knowing this, if I do nothing, that family history becomes my family's future. And my family is too important to me for that. Take the risk factor assessment today at AskScreenKnow.com. And welcome back to Straightforward. I'm continuing my great conversation
with my awesome friend, Uma Alapan, who is now a star.
Thank
I
you.
tell you. So Surrey,
Yes.
you all travel,
Yes, we
and
do.
that's the singing group, Bollywood, pop culture fusion.
Right.
And so you recorded in what
Liquid
state?
Fifth Productions. It's a recording studio, professionally done. It's kind of tailored more to a cappella groups, so they kind of get our style
That's
of
the part,
music.
right? Because see, everybody
Right.
can't sing a cappella. If you can sing a cappella, you can sing. Because anybody can sing with all of that computer stuff.
Right.
It'll make you sound good if
Yes.
you don't. So they specialize in a cappella. And so you all traveled there.
Yes, and we stayed overnight, and it was a great bonding experience for all of us. We had to take a car and go down there, and it was like a road trip kind of thing. So they're really great people. They're my friends, my new family there. So
Your new family. And so how many people are in that group?
there's about 14 of us right now.
Really?
Yep, it's about half
So it's
and
a
half.
close-knit group.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So most of the people in that group, they grew up singing like yourself, or
They have all kinds of backgrounds. Some of them played different instruments that I've,
but they had musical backgrounds.
Right,
Yes.
right.
So everybody had a musical background,
Most,
because it's
yeah.
important that you know how to read music when you're in a group.
Right.
That's where we fall short sometimes in our church choirs. People can sing in the choir
Right.
because they're a member of the church,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
necessarily because they can sing. But when you're in an a cappella group, you really have to have skills and be able to read music. Yeah. So what's going to be the next thing? I know that
Right.
your dad did research this summer. Your brother, I mean, you all are always working. You're doing your real work and all of these extra
Right.
projects.
Yes.
So you've already been published once.
Yes.
And
then-
what was that?
So that was the first study with the sodas, and I studied the phosphorus content and the acidity levels.
And
of
what was the
different sodas.
magazine?
The Journal of the Association, sorry,
For?
Journal of the American Society of Nephrology.
Okay, so that was
Yeah.
in nephrology.
Yes.
Okay. This summer, you were shadowing at Piedmont.
Right.
And
So I actually submitted the FDA research right after our last time I was on the show, and that got published in the same journal. The following year, I did another study on uric acid levels in patients with high uric acid levels and correlated that to cardiovascular disease.
So when we say the uric acid, that's kind of what in the community we call people have the gout when they have the
Exactly, those
swelling.
yeah, just
Right.
to see if that caused any correlation. And then the next study afterwards, I am currently working on. It's kind of in the works, but I'm more drifting away from FDA into Emory University. It's really nice to have the Emory facilities on campus, so I
Right.
want to take advantage of that as best I can.
So in your study with the uric acid and the heart disease,
Right.
what was the most important finding with that?
Well, it's just that we found that patients with high uric acid levels, like gout patients especially, had a higher risk of getting they had a more correlation with cardiovascular disease.
A more
so-
correlation, yeah.
yeah.
So we need to be watching all of that stuff that triggers when we
Right.
have the gout. You see people can't walk on their foot or it's in their hand.
Right.
And then all of those are signals,
Right.
symptoms of something that we need to fix.
Yes.
Yeah.
So actually at Emory right now, I'm serving, because of all of the research experience, I kind of wanted to put that to use at Emory's campus. So I'm involved with a program called the Undergraduate Research Program. So I'm a research ambassador at Emory. So I go
Oh
and-
my goodness, I can't with you. You are a research ambassador.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. So
So proud.
Thank
Uma,
you.
I mean, everything you do with excellence. I
Thank
mean,
you.
really you do. Even as a high school student, you still had a desk, at the FDA.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Your own laptop. You could work remotely. So you are an ambassador.
Yes, and it's been really nice because I got to use all the expertise that I've kind of developed by observing all of my great mentors over the years, like Dr. Prem Vermani that helped me with the soda beverages.
And
Dr.
that was
Beverly
down at
Wolfert.
Beverage here in
Yes,
Columbus.
Right.
Right.
So all of those mentors, I've just gathered skills over time, and it's really important to give back. So at Emory, I just help undergraduate research students get involved with Emory research.
Really? Where do you find the time? Because I remember our first interview and you said, well, that's why you played golf. You started the golf
Right.
team actually at Brookstone.
Yes.
They didn't have one.
Yes.
So you blazed that trail.
Right.
And it was like, and I do piano and singing in my spare time. You play tennis too.
Oh, yeah.
You used to.
Well, I used to play tennis,
But
then
now
I
you don't
drifted
have
more
time.
towards golf, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, when do you sleep? No, really. 'Cause
Really?
you're constantly busy.
Well, I feel like at college it's more easier to balance your time because there's so much liberty in how you can plan your schedule and when you can go to, like, there's more liberty in college than I had in high school, so it's a little bit easier. But that being said, all of the classes are definitely tougher than high school was, so you have to prioritize academics and those kind of things. But I do use Suri a cappella, concert choir. Music is where I still, it's kind of how I use my activities in high school as a way to relax and keep your mind together.
Outlet, right? To divert from so much studying.
So I think that's very important.
It is. It is. And even with our students in high school, if someone is, we want you to be well-rounded, and you are that well-rounded.
Thank you. Yeah.
So we don't have time for golf right now because we're doing Suri, concert choir. We are research ambassador. And then we're doing.
Plus, I'm a Robert W. Woodruff Scholar at Emory, which is, they pay for your full tuition for the 4 years. And so that program has been very supportive in different endeavors that I have. And so that commitment to the Scholars Program is also a big time commitment to.
So with the Scholars Program, it's not just about keeping your grades up.
No, it's, I mean, that is one aspect of it, but there's so much more. They want you to be able to impact the world, basically. They give you the means to follow what your passions are.
Really?
Yeah.
And so that you got 100% with your education.
Right.
Wow, that is amazing. And I know your dad and mom are very proud of you, as well as your brother and everybody else. I mean, the community. You have really represented not just Brookstone, but Columbus well. So what we're going to do is go to a break to our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Okay. We'll be right back after word from some of our sponsors. Straightforward is brought to you by Warrior Outreach. Contact Command Sergeant Major Retired Sam Rhodes or Kathy Rhodes. The Hugel Foundation, enriching the community through Christian music support, community outreach, and the Georgia Through Photography Project. For more information, call B at 706-568-6431. Progressive Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1952. The George Ford legacy of high standards. East Alabama Endocrinology, educating and caring for those living with diabetes in Alabama and Georgia. 1400 Bradley Lake Boulevard, 3320 Skyway Drive, Suite 602, Opelika. Take charge of diabetes and live your best life. State Senator Ed Harbison, serving the citizens of Georgia's 15th Senatorial District and on the front line for veterans every day.
Walmart's reason for supporting Thurgood Marshall College Fund is simple. We like to win. And we have been given a lot of exposure to some incredible talent. And we also believe that it's a part of our responsibility to the community to give back. This is a great opportunity to do both. It's been a wonderful experience for us through the years. We've appreciated our partnership. We believe in return on investment, and we have definitely had a remarkable return.
And welcome back to Straightforward. I'm continuing this great conversation with Columbus's own Uma Alapan, who has gone to Emory and made us all so very proud. And I sincerely mean that. You know, I've always been your cheerleader. You're very kind. What I like about you, you credit your mentors, the people that gave you the opportunity to learn from them. And that is where I want you to give some pearls of wisdom to the other young people that's coming behind you. You can be smart and talented, but your attitude will determine your altitude. And if you don't have, you know, a good disposition, people are not eager to help. But you're awesome. You're very humble, and you take feedback. and that's important. So I want you to share with any of our young people that might be looking at a career, because you're at Emory on a full ride and you're getting to see the world and do things. But it took a lot of hard work and sacrifice to get there. So what are your pearls of wisdom?
So for me at Emory University, it's very important to me to balance academics, and my goal is becoming an MD, pre-med, balancing my research, all of that, but also still have fun and enjoy the campus and utilize those resources while you still have the time to do so, because you're only there for 4 years, and
it'll go quick.
It goes
it kind
by
of
very
went fast
quickly.
for you, right? I couldn't believe you was like, oh. And what about when they're in high school? Because
in high school,
people got to be serious. You really, you know, maybe your freshman year, but after then you have to start getting a plan and a vision.
I think it's important to explore all of the aspects of what you want to do in high school, so you have sort of more of a set plan when you're in college. You might be pre-med, that kind of thing. But even if you don't have a goal, just explore what is available to you. Take advantage of all the resources your high school has to offer, or even the city, or just anything that you can have. So that way you're more prepared to take on the world, I think, later on.
And everything that you do, you don't get paid for it. See, that's the thing. No, because some people never want to volunteer. I actually had that with someone on another project that I'm working on outside of this. And in their community, they really need to, you know, have volunteers step up, because they're one of the poorest counties in the nation. And I went and I met with them, and then by the time I got home, the lady emailed me and said, if I'm going to do this, I want to get paid. And no one else ever stepped up, and I'm thinking, but you need to get volunteers to help us to make your community better. So you've always volunteered, because you actually taught English as a second language. You speak.
So I speak English primarily, but I learned Spanish for a very long time in high school. Formally, I learned Spanish from about like 7th grade all the way to my senior year, and I went through AP Spanish, and I had amazing mentors for that. Miss Keller, Lisa Keller, and then Miss Jenkins. So
and then you went in the community.
So I went to River Road Elementary School, which is partnered with Brookstone School, my high school. It's right nearby, so we used to go there and teach Spanish-speaking students English. So to do that, you have to kind of know both languages to be able to translate. So that was really important.
And my point is, it was free.
Yes,
you didn't charge for that.
No,
that was your way of giving back and building your resume, because all of that is important when you apply for college. They ask all of that, and you've been through the process.
For it, but I think more importantly, rather than just building your resume, it's just the experiences you get out of it, just teaching somebody and seeing them grow in the language. You could see a child progress over the year, and since I did it for 4 years, I saw the same child from my freshman year progress all the way to my senior year. And you could see their abilities grow. And it was
so
really
you
nice.
could track them. Right. And so that's a really good feeling of accomplishment, isn't it? So you help change lives.
Yes. So I'm actually doing that at Emory as well.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm trying to continue that. So I'm actually a TA, teaching assistant for general chemistry class I took last year. So it's my way of, you work so hard in chemistry your freshman year, and you gain all this knowledge. So now if you're in organic chemistry, you apply that knowledge all the time. And so now I can give back to the students that are learning it to help them maybe ease the transition into the higher subjects. So.
And so if I needed help with that chemistry, which I would certainly not be taking it, but that would not be my area of expertise, but if I was, how would I connect with Uma to get some extra help?
So to connect with me for the teaching assistants, we have sessions every week. And we have a worksheet where they can come, and then I also give them my phone number to text me, so I'm kind of on call sometimes right before the exam.
So you're already getting that experience like your mom and dad. You're on call, right? But that's a good thing, because
I love teaching.
Yeah,
it's
people's
great.
well, but you had good role models.
Yeah.
And then you have participated at an early age, you know, and was committed.
So I've had amazing professors at Emory, like Dr. Tracy McGill, Dr. Matthew Weinshank. All of them are amazing professors to me, and so I try to model their way of teaching when I'm helping other students.
Amazing. And you're doing that for free when you're tutoring and helping the other students. I just cannot. So again, tell us about your music. I don't want us to run out of time. I
Right.
want people to support that. I know you all had a fundraiser where you were going to be traveling and doing
Right,
things.
right.
And so for those of us from a different generation, as I shared with you, I don't do online
Right.
cash apps or
Right.
anything, which I know that's what millennials do. But again, remember, I worked at the state prison through an education grant. So I
Right.
want to just give you a bank instrument,
Thank you.
and I want to give it to you the old-fashioned way
Got
in
it.
support
Okay.
of that.
Thank you.
So again, what is that, and
So,
how they can find the
sure.
music, and what are some of the songs?
So Emery Suri a cappella.
Emery Suri
Yes.
a cappella.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's Emery's very first Bollywood fusion a cappella group, and we're relatively new. So it was founded in 2015.
Oh God, you blazed a
so
trail
we-
with something else. So it's the first time they've had
Right,
this
so
group.
it was founded a little bit before I came there, but
Right.
we're still in that development phase where we're trying
Right.
to, but right now in just like 4 years, we're already nationally competitive. We've had these 2 singles at the studio production, so just trying to fuel that energy since new a cappella groups don't have a lot of money to start out with. It'd be great to just have a funding. So we have a GoFundMe page online.
Okay.
We have
And it's
tons of different-
S-U-R-I, what's?
Yes.
Okay,
Emery.
S-U-R-I, so it's Emory, like the university, S-U-R-I.
Yes.
A cappella.
Yes.
And people can go online
There's
under the Go.
Facebook. You can follow
Okay.
us on Facebook, Instagram, those kinds of things.
And they
But-
can give that way.
Right.
And then we can always reach out to you the old-fashioned way, because you have a social media page.
Right.
So on Instagram, you are, what is your tagline?
It's I think it's every underscore Uma underscore is underscore a underscore Puma.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
that
because
is
I
the
know
whole
you're
thing.
on Facebook.
Right.
because
I think you should just search my name and it should pull up.
it should pull up.
Yeah.
And so people can track you down. And
Yeah.
again, your dad is one of the nephrologists at Renal Associates,
Right.
LLC, which helps sponsors this show. I'm very thankful and appreciative that they
Of course.
support
My
me.
parents are amazing.
They
and
are
they're-
in support of
Right,
the community,
yes,
because we want to
yes.
highlight and we want to educate and inform the
And
community.
my mom's also a pediatrician, so they both are very
very active in the
Yes.
community. Yeah, your dad, he's just simply amazing. And all of the team over at Renal Associates.
Right.
And so,
So I look up to my parents a lot for what I
good
do.
role model.
Right.
Yeah, and your brother is at Emory.
Yes, my
yeah.
brother's amazing as well.
Yeah, and so he
Yes.
can kind of oversee you, make sure everybody
Yeah,
is,
he's also blazing the trail, the
Yeah.
research, and he's also pre-med. He's doing amazing things.
Okay.
so.
Well, I thank you so much. We have to stay in touch
Okay.
and just keep me posted on all of the great things, because you
Sure.
know I'm always watching.
Awesome.
All
Thank
right.
you so
Thank
much
you.
for having me.
All right. This has been Straightforward. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Until next time, be blessed.